You never see it coming. The giant eyes, they're so scary. We did away with that along with the yaoi paddle. Please stop. If you won't hug yourself, who will? I'm sure that was an axe. That was not on purpose. That was an axe. We're not talking about Marvis Sholoto. Get him out of here. Can you believe that it's been 1 year? Hi everyone. This is Jen, aka LaureledEevees, and welcome back to, yes, Homestuck Beyond Canon. Here today for the first of the October updates. Yay! It is exactly 1 year ago today that Homestuck Beyond Canon returned from its indefinite hiatus. Well, it was technically 3 years, so, and decided to go on a more positive track. I'm not going to say that everything is 110% fixed at this point, because it is not, but it's on the track to actually being a good follow-up to one of the best webcomics out on the interwebs. Oh gosh. Oh man, I just got reminded of something. I literally started looking up stuff about, what was it, the Fate Stay series? I think it was the Fate Stay series. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, where it's like, has like a billion spin-offs and it's like lasted for like such a long time. And I'm like, wait, is Homestuck gonna be like the Fate Stay of the, because it's with its complicated plot and it lasting for years and having so many spin-offs and everyone's just like, don't worry about the plot points, just don't worry about it. Oh no. Okay, that just took over my brains right there. But it looks like we have some news updates from the entire HICU team, and I'm gonna be reading through them. I don't know why it says posted on October 9th, because even Eastern Standard Time, it's only like 11 p.m. I'm not recording all this in like one batch. I'm going through the news section right before bed, and then in the morning I'm gonna actually read the update. I was expecting that it was gonna be like the big sound page this time around. I was expecting that, but it seems like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. That gets explained. I did read the tail end of the monthly check-in. So let's just get straight into this. We've got a whole lot of HICU members that we got to read through. So let's get this started. Hi there, James here. We hit it. The 1 year anniversary of the relaunch of Homestuck Beyond Canon. It sort of sneaks up on you. Thanks for coming on this ride with us. I'd like to take some time to let the team share their thoughts on year 1. So who's this? Okay, Chumi. I always say Chumi, but it's Chumi. Okay. Homestuck Beyond Canon's 1 year anniversary, can you believe it? This must be what parents feel like when they look back and think, wow, time is passing so quickly. We're doing a great job as a 10-ish person parenting team. It's been a big learning experience. I don't have a lot of formal experience doing project management, but getting to flex my chops for a year has taught me a lot, and I'm definitely putting this on my resume. Art-wise, I feel so much more confident than I was a year ago. Some switches need to be flipped in my brain, but I think I've got it now. Hopefully. But I feel more ready to tackle future updates than ever. I think one of my proudest moments is seeing Carcat Plush come to life. Big props to my friend Kimbo for designing the boy himself. I remember us talking about the merch in a Reddit AMA and how it would only start to roll out once we got settled. Then And then our first merch item is the ultimate life form. We're still actively talking about all sorts of things we want to bring to life, so looking forward to it. Yep, that's right, the car cat plush. If you want to buy it, it's too late. But man, yeah, I may or may not have bought one. You don't know me. Anyway. Also, we have the first big Homestuck Beyond Canon flash coming up. Yippee! It's gonna be great. We're all super excited to show it off to you guys, but everything will come in due time. Thank you so much for sticking by us for 1 whole year. Imagine me shaking your hand vigorously right now. Yikes and a half. Don't touch me! Sudden handshaking, scary. Okay. The team appreciates all your support. We could not have done this without you. We love the fan art, reaction posts, analysis, reblogs, retweets, likes, everything. We love doing Homestuck Beyond Canon. Biggest shout out to the team, by the way. I love you guys. I'm not biased when I say that this next year is going to be more exciting. Seriously, I'm not. Not only do we have the big flash coming up, but you'll just have to read it for yourself. Some sort of emoji I can't see. Ah, the pointing emoji. Andi Chumi, project manager, artist, Minecraft player. Minecraft, like the update that they're gonna be bringing out, where they got the creepy new guy that wanders in the forests, and I'm like, gee, thanks. I needed that nightmare in the overworld. Anyway, oh, this is from Kim Quach. 1 whole year. It's funny because it still feels like we're still beginning to get our footing. But at the same time, we really are in the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Probably because we on the team know how much crazy stuff we have upcoming. We're all too well aware we have only made the smallest dent on the surface of it. Face. Our team is literally cooking something exciting every day, whether it be for something further down the story that y'all probably won't even get to see until the way off future, or for an upcoming update. Every time I get a ping in our work server, I'm blown away by the huge brains and quality this team can create. I just wanted to say that I'm so honored to have been invited onto this project and help bring this project to life, both in the managerial and visual aspects of it. Literally each and every one of us on the team are holding this project together out of our sheer love for it. I truly do believe this story to be special and holds a lot of value that you just can't get anywhere else. All of us here have come from such humble beginnings as any other fan who loves this property that's near and dear to our hearts, and like you all, see the potential of Homestuck being something fun for both the creators and fans alike. Not to forget, it's the support from all y'all as well that has made this such an unforgettable experience made possible. Here's to more years to come, being able to share this experience with you guys. Love you! Kim Quach, art director, fan troll enjoyer, Chumi's friend. Yay! Okay, this is for Andi. Wow. Homestuck. It keeps going, huh? It never stops. It just keeps happening. Yeah, we're still making it happen. I didn't even read that. I wouldn't even want it any other way, to be honest. I am truly grateful that we managed to make it this far. We've got such a powerful team and a lot of passion here. I'm so excited for what is to come and the ideas we have to share. I'd like to thank everyone who's been willing to hear us out and give us a shot with Homestuck Beyond Canon. The support has meant everything and it keeps us going. I want to keep going for as long as we can, and hopefully we'll see you there to the end. Thanks for the blogging, the tweets, the kind words, the criticism, the conversations, the theories, the fan art, all of it. We love that there are still people who want to engage. A year from now, I know we'll have lots of exciting new developments to deliver, and I cannot wait to see what you guys will have to say about it all. Anyway, please have a good rest of your year. I cannot wait to make more memories with Homestuck, the team, and you. Andi, artist, sleepy, hungry. Alright, who's next? It's Miles, the Dirk Enjoyer. I'm sorry, that's like the one thing I know you as. Okay, let's get it. Can't believe it's been a year already. A little more if you can count the time we spent making stuff before our debut, but it's been a year for you, and it's for you and thanks to you that we get the opportunity to do this at all. So that framing is more than fine for me. I want to start off by doubling down on that thanks, whether you've supported us via Patreon or through simple but powerful act of reading and enjoying what we put out. I want you to know that it truly, truly means the world to us that you are along for the ride. I know we say it a lot, but all of us are here because of a deep, profound love of Homestuck that makes this whole endeavor super duper personal. All of us were fans first and remain fans to this day, and so it's the thought of you guys that keeps us going. We hope you guys are having fun because there's more to come, and I think it's going to be amazing. On that note, I want to thank the rest of this team. It's a huge honor to get to work with such passionate, creative-driven people. It makes me more compassionate, more creative, and more driven. I see this stuff we've already put out, the stuff we're experimenting with, and the scrawl of notes and the plans and the schematics and blurbs and ideas of what's coming in the future, and it hammers home how lucky I am to be included in this endeavor. This has been a growing experience for me in the best possible sense. I have to grow, or else I'm gonna get outpaced by all the dang geniuses I share a project with. I'm sure it's been already said already, even by me, but more is coming. We're approaching some pretty interesting developments, twists and turns, new crap, and I can't pretend it isn't a little scary to get to, but I hope you guys like it because, as Dirk once said, via me, via him, we're doing this for all of us. Miles, writer, muscle devotee, carb crusher, waggish rascal. Yeah. Anyway, who's next? Yes, Floral. Floral Marsupial. Hi, it's been a bit since we've done one of these. I remember when we first introduced ourselves as a team a year ago, and now look at us, full circle. Whenever I talk about this job to people, it's hard not to gush ridiculously. Being an artist by trade is hard right now. And we all want to work on a project that resonates with us, that we're proud to be a part of. The incredible gratitude I feel to be here is intense because chances that I would have a job this satisfying where my input is so engaged with and respected were impossibly low. And yet here we are, giving our 1000%. I'm constantly amazed by what the team brings to the table. By the effort and care and passion, it's intimidating. I'm so used to writing and drawing by myself that I thought creating things had to be this isolating Sisyphus feat. But it's not. We're a community. To drop a piece of writing and not only watch everyone's reactions, but then see them elevate it with their suggestions and direction, there's really nothing like it. And that community includes the readers too, whose engagement with what we're trying to do here literally makes this comic possible. No matter what, when we make art, it's not just an expression of ourselves, but a reaching out to the audience too. Every time we post an update, we say, I hope someone sees what we're doing, what we're going for with this. And when a stranger does pick up on the hints and the intentions, that makes the whole process worth it. That brief connection. The criticism, too, is always appreciated because someone took their time to figure out what didn't feel right, and why they had that reaction. Positive or negative, it's an active participation with the art, and that is our project's lifeblood. If it wasn't, why bother sharing at all? I love Homestuck. I've been part of this space on and off for more than 10 years now, and it's an honor to add to it and engage with it with this official capacity, especially alongside this team who I wouldn't trade for the world, and especially knowing what's coming next. Floral, writer, bish, lover, child, mother. Oh gosh. No, the whole talk about being an artist is hard right now. I'm especially looking towards LA, man. Oh man. I'm so glad that I got one of those weird gut feelings right as I was graduating from art school, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna move to LA and try to get into the industry. Let's find a retail job. Granted, I was also stupidly trying to go towards Pixar. Oh boy. Sorry, storyboard. I just love pitching storyboards though. That's my favorite. It would have been fun. Oh well. Anyway, let's go. Haven! Based a year already? Wow, it barely feels like any time has passed at all. I think I say this every time I have to write one of these, but it still feels like a dream. I'm eternally grateful to be here with people who inspire me with everything they do. Whenever anyone shares something they've been working on, it makes me want to work harder. With all that being said, I'm hyped as hell for the crazy stuff we've got cooking. Just thinking about it has me grinning as I write this, like laying in bed, kicking my feet, thinking about what's on the way. Thank you for sticking alongside us on this journey, and I hope you enjoy what we have planned in the years to come. Haven, writer, artist, Mr. Foods. Foods? Ah boy, it's James. He's the last one. My role on the project has evolved quite a bit. Quite frankly, so has Beyond Canon. Originally, this is going to be a series of one-shots that vaguely told a connected story, kind of like Paradox Space with a plot and expanded cast. Then it sort of became Finnish Homestuck squared permutations 2, and now it's kind of a third thing. We're getting into the rough of settling all beats set up by the previous team in a way that is setting up the story we've been vaguely telling the whole time. A story, as mentioned in the About section, about moving on. A story about growing up. There is going to be a major shift that I think I speak for all of us when I say I cannot wait to finally show you. That just makes me nervous, dude. I've seen the team itself grow into something amazing. I've watched people really step up and thrive. I often felt out of my element being surrounded by so many capable people. Honestly, it's more than a bit overwhelming. I'm not much of an artist, and one thing I can sort of do isn't always applicable here, even if I did find a way to shoehorn it in. You talking about music? I've taken a back seat on writing, focused more on refining and directing an overall vision. I spent a lot of time behind the scenes doing this and that, reaching out to people, setting things up, etc. It is not very glamorous work, but if it helps me get the team paid, then it's worth it. The past year, I've learned a lot about what works, what doesn't work, what resonates, and what misses. I spend a lot of time trying to repair burnt bridges, bury old grudges, and trying to listen to what people are saying. I think this is kind of new for both of us. A lot of people don't know how to react to this because it seems like PR speak. That's fair. It is a little bit, but the truth of it is still the same. I want this to be fun again. Yeah, sometimes the updates are going to be kind of crazy or divisive, but I want the community to be able to engage with the media in a way that feels good. These things are leading somewhere. I'm gonna miss the mark a bit from time to time, but it's important to me that you know that I'm trying for you, specifically. I can't do this without you. James, director, funny role hater. Okay, time for the actual news stuff, but before we get to that, man, you guys, team, you're working really hard. I don't know if you put any comments on my videos except for the one time I saw James's comment, like, actually. But, dude, you guys are working stupid hard. I appreciate that. I'm still a little nervous about, like, how well this is going to be in the long run. But I guess we'll see what we see. And I'll keep doing Homestuck reactions and, I don't know, chill my fingers break off or something. I don't know. I can't think of a good analogy that this would work with. That's why I'm not on the writing team. Me on the writing team. That's the funniest, stupidest crap I've ever heard in my life. Like, they really get, like, some 30-something, small-town living, Texas girl, Christian girl on the Homestuck writing team. That's never gonna happen. Anyway, let's get to the actual news stuff. Let's go, 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 go. Alright, so back to a normal news post. Updates! We're finally done with the visual novel sessions. There will be 2 updates this month, sorting out these last few things before the Flash. End of Act 1. I've mentioned we've been working on it for a while, so I want to be very transparent about this with you. It takes a lot of planning and work to do these things that we still need more of. This is entirely an oversight on my part. Right now we have it storyboarded out with a rough automatic time to the song selection, which is from the Homestuck library being used with permission. And we're working on getting assets produced and organized. This is taking a lot of time, and as much as it pains me to say it, we're going to take the extra time to work on it. We're going to take that extra time to work on it. Our goal is to hit one of several planned funny numbers for a release date. In the meantime, we will continue to make bonus content and maybe a few other things for patrons and fans alike. I'd like to do previews, but we'll see how the rest of the team feels about that. So stay tuned for more information, and thank you for reading. Okay, so 2 updates. Sorting these last few things before. So does that mean... Is it going to be 11/11 now? I'll just have to keep my eye out for 11/11. I'm terrible at like picking up hints. I'm garbage at them. I'm the worst. Man, I wonder what song they're gonna pick from the Homestuck library, huh? Like, what do they have on the Bandcamp that they haven't used? So, I mean, I have, like, a list of, like, underappreciated Homestuck songs. Like, I made 2 videos. One of which was my list, and one was, like, viewer-submitted songs, where we're, like, they're in the soundtrack. They're in the soundtrack, but they're not used anywhere. It's like they're on the Bandcamp, but they weren't used in any of the flashes or any of the pages. So it'd be interesting if one of those was put in there. I'll have to remember to put that in the card section on this video. Goodness gracious. But yeah, but I am such a geek for the Homestuck soundtrack, man. That's also a video I'm gonna have to put in there as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm not that disappointed that we don't have the super big flash today. And I wish I do wish I knew like when it was coming out, just so I can prepare like something special for that. But no spoilers. I don't even know if I'd be able to get it done, or if it could be like filmed very well. But that's for like another time. Let's cut to me couple hours in the future as we go over the update. All right, it's the morning. It is just a little bit after 8, and we are currently in Candy Universe. So let's figure out what's going on. Okay. Rose and Jade. All right. Some sort of green force field. Let's see. This is an impressive shield. I don't think I've ever seen you make one this size before. I don't recall Jade ever making one, but I've been practicing. If I stay focused, I should be able to keep it up for quite a while. Honestly, if it gets to be too much of a hassle, we should be fine as long as the kids stay inside. The ship was specifically designed to take a battering. It's funny because sorry. From artillery, maybe, but who knows what kind of other nasty weapons Jane has tucked away in her diabolical business pantsuit. It's not like she tells Jake everything, or almost anything, really. When it comes to the kids, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Sure. By the way, I saw Kanaya leave earlier. She's meeting Karkat on the field. Without you? Yes. She made it pretty clear that it wouldn't be wise for me to join her. Oh. Some barb about the danger of me being maimed quite viciously on account of all humans looking the same once the bloodshed begins. Then she shot me a peace sign and walked away. Peace.
I'm sorry, Rose. This should never have happened. Between Yiffy's capture and rescue and finding Dave like that. I just feel like my life flashed before my eyes and it made me a little crazy. After being unconscious for a bit, things feel way clearer now.
Okay, well that would explain. Hey, shut up, Adobe. Get out of here. Sorry about that. Okay. What was I saying? Right. I guess that would make sense why she went like a little bit melodramatic on the whole like, I needed Yiffy because I want Yiffy exists because I need her too. And I'm like, calm the heck down. Also, that rant also did have the first appearance of it. I think that was like the first appearance of an animal mentioned on Earthsea, but the hamster. There was a hamster mentioned, and I'm like, I was thinking about it just recently, and I'm like, oh, there are animals on. Okay. Anyway. Nothing beats a rump to the skull for mental clarity.
The mistakes we made are so obvious to me now. Embarrassingly obvious. We should never have talked to John in front of Kanaya, for one thing. They required a way different approaches.
Oh, so that was the problem?
One of them, at least. I definitely wasn't expecting you to say all that either, but I know she hit a sore spot, so it's understandable why you lost your temper. It's my fault for panicking.
Interesting. I didn't even realize I was mad.
I mean, it brought me back to the last time I mentioned your mom and you flipped that table.
I was 18.
You didn't talk to me for a month.
18 years old.
Yeah, and I haven't tried to talk to you about it since. Look, all I'm saying is I understand why things went downhill the way they did, and I'm not going to get caught off guard again. This whole situation is my fault, and even though it just keeps getting more frustrating and crappy, I'm going to do right by you. We're going to figure this out.
Are you sure it's prudent to keep this amateur marriage counselor performance up?
Rose, you're taking this seriously, right?
I don't know what you mean by that. You assume Rose takes anything seriously. Well, it sounds like she takes things seriously, but she's really rather flippant about a lot of stuff. But that kind of goes, I think, along with, like, her aspect. Her aspect is basically, like, F around and find out. And technically... Technically, when it came to the whole Yiffy situation, Rose kind of did both, didn't she? I'm just gonna go. By the way, my internet is kind of running a little tiny bit slow. It's starting to pick up the speed, but you know. Wow, bald Rose. bald. But I like I really like the gloves. Dude, it's so fun.
I think you do, but whatever. As long as we don't have to repeat the last time, we can still position you as the good guy. Or at least less of a bad guy. Through playing stupid and cajoling her into slapping me around for catharsis won't work anymore. We'll have to think of something else.
A little bit manipulative instead of just being mea culpa. Anyway. Jade, I've been compliant with these clumsy machinations, partially because they weren't all that consequential at the time. But you need to cut your losses. It's time to start looking beyond the end of your own nose and accept that these methods aren't going to work. This is not a situation you can win.
I'm not trying to win anything. I'm trying to be an adult and not run away from this.
You are literally talking about manipulating another person to seeing your point of view. Trust me from experience. Well, not too much experience, but just enough experience to realize that if you, like, protest too much and keep saying that you are not in the wrong, it's just gonna make you look more guilty. Not saying that you are definitely not in the wrong, which you are currently in the wrong. Like, holy crap, could you not? But yes. Anyway, continuing. Look, I know better than anyone the satisfaction of gaming people's reactions and getting into their heads. Oh my gosh, are you even listening to me? But it's a losing game. You're going to push too hard or misconstrue something critical or cross another line, and you'll regret it. That's not conjecture. It's a guarantee. Conjecture! Sip. Sip of water for conjecture. Okay.
You're so frustrating to talk to these days. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I can see the fruitlessness of all our clumsy, insignificant thrashing in fate's cosmic current. Don't forget, I'm more than a little versed in future sight myself, okay? I don't care how credible it seems. You can't depend on that information.
I know it's hard to hear, but you need to take a second to think about what I'm saying. Don't you feel the least bit relieved? You spent so many years wrangling this dirty little secret.
That dirty little secret is my effing daughter.
Well, now she's not a secret anymore. You don't have to shoulder the burden of keeping her tucked away from everyone in the entire world for fear of the consequences, because the consequences have happened. You're free to invest all that energy elsewhere. Maybe work on yourself a little bit. We could even unpack the hamster guy. Yeah! Wavelengths. Let's go. Not pre-watched, not pre-read. Wavelengths. Let's go.
Oh, we are not talking about the effing hamster guy. I don't want to talk about any of it, really. Ever again. Thinking back to that whole conversation makes my skin crawl. Boo-hoo-hoo. My life is a monkey's paw. Everything I do wants to hurt me in the end.
I was a little pathetic.
I know. It had nothing to do with what we were trying to do. It just derailed everything, and worst of all, Yiffy heard it.
You can't keep trying to control the narrative forever, Jade. If Kanaya wants to hate me or punish me, she has every right to. She asked for the truth. Dude, me agreeing with Rose? What's the world coming to? What's the world coming to? Based Rose? What? Well, don't worry. Everybody loves, you know, Rosemary as a ship. So chances are, as the way narratives work, things start off really, really bad and end good, in a sense. Anyway.
Oh, come off it. The truth is whatever people want to believe.
Incorrect.
You can either try forcing them to understand your side, leave it completely in their hands to take responsibility, or you work with their wants and perspectives and make some informed compromises.
Over the state of reality.
Rose, I'm begging you. Can you please cut it out with all the cryptic cosmic crap and come back down to earth?
Things aren't like they used to be, Jade. There are no right or wrong routes anymore. Just a tangle of meandering side paths. This whole entire universe is a side quest, Jade. Okay.
So what? That gives you free pass to self-destruct? The best choice is to double down and say a bunch of horrible, insane crap to your wife?
What? Maybe not that. Jade, over the course of 15 years, when have any of your efforts done a grain of good for yourself or Dave? Now that's a little harsh, Rose. Can we just dial that back?
Wow, I know what you're doing, okay? Go ahead and push every button I have, and I don't give a crap. You're the one that has everything to lose here, and no matter what awful things you say, it won't change the fact that I'm worried about you.
Don't be. I've done fairly well for myself this past decade and a half. I've been happy.
That's what's scaring me. You're not prepared for how bad it can get. You have no idea at all.
If you say so.
Between you and Dave and John, I don't know who's worse. Is it really hard for any of you? to care. If you don't get your head on straight and begin trying, she'll leave you. And all you've had together and everything you could have had, gone. And since you're so cool with talking about your mom now, you should have learned that lesson from her a long time ago.
Yo, slow the roll on the mom slander. Jeez. Okay, I'm not saying that, like, no action. I am saying therapy would be good. Building of trust would be good. Man, the words. Excuse me.
Look, it takes a lot of concentration to hold this parameter. I think it'd be best if you looked after the kids. Inside.
Fine. Rose, ramble. Oh, no, it's all blurry. There we go. Dramatic. Oh, wow. Look at all the dramatic lines just focusing right on the jades. Look at that. Okay. Ooh, mental monologue. Let's go. You saunter on out of there. You could say so much more, but it's fine. Jade has no idea what she's talking about. There's not a thing to worry about here. You came out of the womb playing defense, and you're not about to drop the ball now. You didn't come out of a womb at all. If you hadn't, maybe you'd be more concerned with the torrent of bullcrap you're dealing with. You really are getting it from all ends here, between Jade's guilt-ridden busybodying and the glint of rage and pain in your wife's eyes and the sudden, inexplicable tragedy of your brother's demise. All that on top of the twist in your gut of every time you see your mother in Roxy's face, or hear her in Roxy's voice. Really, you should be losing your crap. Instead, your emotions are in order and your crap is on lockdown exactly where you tucked it away. Smooth operator that you are. Gosh, you need a drink. No, you don't. Instead of folding, you try to curb the craving by focusing on the inside of your hand and slowly moving the energy to your fingertips. Jade was right, of course, but only on a base intuitive level that is otherwise lacking in specifics and easily misinterpreted and manipulated. Yeah. For there to be inarguable truth, there has to not only be an authority, but one that cares enough to reinforce their intentions absolutely, and you can't imagine any such authority caring all that much about this laughable mess. I mean, we can get this on like a meta-narrative level, or we can get this on just a regular meta-narrative. Because freaking, let me just zoom here. It's not a secret. I've made that open about like how I am Christian. So I do actually believe that there is an all-powerful good thing that's like in charge of the universe, and therefore there is some like actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Inarguable truth is what they call this here. Objective reality, objective truth. I do believe that. I still do believe that to be the case, whether or not people believe that. If someone's like, oh yeah, I'm not Christian, so therefore I don't believe in inarguable truth. And I'm like, okay, you would be wrong then, but you're allowed to be wrong. That's the whole thing. But on a very meta narrative, where Rose used the term, can't imagine any such authority caring all that much about this laughable mess. I mean, you got the fandom that's watching, which feels weird to think about the fandom as some sort of like godly authority. But also, you have the HICU staff, who have literally made it like their part-time job to really care about this series. So, laughable mess it may be, but you can't say people don't care. Anyway, if there's no truth, then why even bother looking for your best option? Just leave the hierarchy of choices in ashes, and the mayor would be so proud and then horribly disappointed, realizing this doesn't even mean democratic power to the people. It means total blackout. It's not only through quite rigorous contemplation of this metaphysical miasma, to the detriment, some might say, of the attention to all the present moment, that you've managed to glean much out of anything at all. A wonder in and of itself. Trying to decode these countless twisting paths has taken years of practice, but like all your favorite games, the tedium enhances the satisfaction of playing. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about grinding in Pokemon, how we don't have to do that anymore now that they have like the XP share like constantly on all the time. It was annoying and stuff, but now I'm just like, dude, I don't have to go back to grinding. That's like one good thing that current age Pokemon has done well. But only to like a certain level. I'm not gonna say like modern day Pokemon is the best of the best, because man, I still love Pokemon Platinum, so more than anything, and I still have nostalgic for Pokemon Sapphire. Anyway, I'm rambling along with Rose's rambles. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. A small pastime like a crossword to privately enjoy outside the scope of any intrusive third persons. Currently, for example, you know that Vriska's up to something important within the meteor. Exceedingly important. Actually, far more important than anything here has any right to be in a long, long time. Wait, Vriska? Like Circuit? Oh, right. The point is inside the meteor. Right, I forgot the locations for a second. Anyway. Okay. Exceedingly important, actually far more important than anything here has any right to be in a long, long time. It's a point of almost disturbing clarity in the otherwise nebulous and ill-defined milieu of your prognosticative purview. You're not quite sure what it actually is, though. It was a visual novel, and the fan base is kind of meh on it. It doesn't really matter in the long run. Important or not, Vriska's going to fail. Jane's going to fail too, really. Just about everyone is going to fail to do something that really matters. At the point of storylines. In an unsuccessful effort to stave off that failure and perhaps to atone for it on some level, Calliope will sacrifice herself fruitlessly. Wait, our Calliope, this universe's Calliope is gonna... Wait, which Calliope? Because the Calliope of Candy Universe is a they, right? I always mess it up. But Calliope's a they. So, are we talking about like the dead tier Calliope? Like the owl that's running around? Or are we talking about the Calliope in Mute universe? Anyway. You're not exempt from the firing squad either. In the inevitable battle, you're going to be shot in the head, the bullet buried deep into your mortal gray matter and jamming up the works of your conditional immorality, leaving you confined to a hospital bed. You had to pull all kinds of ridiculous eyebrow-raising chaos theory crap to figure that one out. The rat tail was worth it, your daughter's anguish aside. So Rose is gonna get comatose. I'll never wake up without an overdose. Oh, yes! Anyway. Kanaya may not see it this way at first, but your lobotomy sleepy time will be well-earned. A well-earned golden opportunity for her, a chance to experience life unshackled from the old ball and chain, even if it requires you to foist some compelling motivation for her, to embrace it. She can't waste her independence waiting on you again. You refuse to accept that outcome. What's the point of a world where anything is possible if the love of your life won't explore her full potential? I mean... You guys had a wedding ceremony. It's become a legal thing. Which technically, if we were in a if we were in like a, not a no-fault state, in a fault state, it would be, if they were to get divorced, Rose would have to be paying a lot of money. It would be all on her. Because Kanaya was faithful. Anyway. It might even be gratifying for her romantically, though you haven't peered too deeply down those corridors out of respect for her hypothetical privacy. Surely not because they'd make you want to rip off your own face to perceive. That'd be hypocritical. Whatever. It'll be good for her to stretch her legs, and it's not like you'll be awake to miss her.
or everything will collapse and everybody will disappear. It certainly will happen eventually, maybe in an hour, maybe a day, a couple of weeks, millennia from now, who can say? Those specifics are beyond you now. It's this thought that unwinds you, untwisting your knickers. It's hard to take things too seriously when you know that the details don't matter and the ending never changes. It's out of your hands. There's nothing left to lose. Suddenly we went very whose line is it anyway at the end. I know that's not like emotionally like the place where we're at right now for me to make whose line is it anyway jokes, but that's where I went. Weeping Kanaya. Oh, you're nobody now. Just a shadow. Dirk was right to leave. He would have hated this existence. Oh well. All tension has left your body. At this point, you don't retreat to the heart of the ship. Wait, if that would be interesting. I just thought of that. Okay, so we know how like the meat universe rose. Let me just zoom in here. Hold on. We know how the meat universe rose like decided to essentially like seppuku herself in order to like take over the body that Dirk had prepared for her. Does Dirk have a body for Rose on Candy Universe? Because he had one set for Dave. Dave had one ready for him. So this would almost be kind of like the same situation where Rose would be in a coma. They would be keeping her body alive, but her consciousness could be put into, get into the robot Shinji, if you understand. Because like, I mean, I'm looking at like this image where it shows like Rose as like, you know, the light symbol basically, essentially, because it's got like the little like things of light coming off her silhouette here. And she's like watching this whole situation play out. I know this is because she's like looking into the future using her powers and blah, 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 but it'd be interesting. And she wouldn't be able to escape the consequences of her actions. But that might also fall under the like, oh, well, I freaking knew all along, but who knows? Okay. Ah, well, all tension has left your body at this point. You don't retreat off to the heart of the ship. You have somewhere to be, so you set off. Moving not towards a definitive point on the horizon, but a cadence with a song that dances on the periphery of your awareness. You heard its first few tentative notes years ago. A subtle ding when your ecto-father died. A little dong when your wife handed you your daughter. A clear ting when an old friend asked you for her first and only favor. Over time, and especially within the past few days, these scattered sounds have woven together into a compelling melody. It helps you drown out the noise of war and focus, taking you back to times when there was a destiny, an indignation, and righteous fury, a colorful cat-squid princess advising a young girl to play the rain. Are we doing actual play the rain stuff? It's come here. Okay. She wanted so much always, needing to be seen, desperate to fight for some shred of validation, only to never appreciate what was already in front of her. Thankfully, you aren't her anymore. You don't owe her anything either. You are unbound to that person completely. Defunct. As above, so below. Sorry, I don't remember that song. Sorry. Arn, who is this? Who is this? Troll character. New troll character just dropped. Okay. It's got sheepy horns and pointy teeth, though. Kind of orange coloring, so is it a bronze blood? Anyway. Bonk. Kanaya Miriam. Commanders congregate. And look at the colors. Oh man, so we got Mina and we got Carcat. Oh wow, so artsy. And Kanaya is like currently in vampire mode. Well, she's been in that vampire mode for a bit. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to doing the Mina voice again. Here we go. Hey, Commander, Merry effing Doomsday. Glad to see you got here in one piece. My Crimson Ruse impersonation. Okay, Kanaya, sort of British. Thanks. I've enjoyed your speech, by the way. Bat crap indeed. Speaking of One Piece, I don't see the Descent deity Duo around.
You finally bring the hammer down on him? Or chainsaw or whatever?
I don't want to talk about it.
Dang, that bad?
Let's just say a lot of people are going to die today.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that the Jaws theme?
Those two will not be joining us on the battlefield either.
Oh.
I know such decisions are well above my pay grade and that the critical need to win this battle far outweighs my marital discomfort, and being down two gods isn't exactly ideal, but I can't. Sorry.
Don't be. Wait, do they know? Has this been... is this actually... Like, is this a thing? Do they know? F 'em. That's right, Carcat! Blood. Blood's thicker than water, but that's not what this is, and that's not what it means. Oh, Carcat's still shorter than Kanaya. Look at that grumpy face. Ah. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Shell, yes, mother blubber. Wayward wenches better step up. Step the F back. It's a troll thing. Jane pushed the big red button, blasted all to high heaven. What does the moon do? Fate's state. What is the moon? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. No,
poor Garnt.
Please don't worry about it. Please don't ask me.
No. You do not push the button because that would be incredibly stupid. The battle hasn't even started yet. Instead, you take advantage of the momentary quiet to breathe. Think about life. About situations you could have handled differently. Feelings you could have considered better. People you could have saved. The cake is the cake. It's a cake satellite. That's so great. Oh, that's fun. Your father never did voice any kind of opinion on your parenting style. In hindsight, he was probably avoiding the subject altogether, or didn't think much about it, focusing his pride on your exploits instead. He did raise a businesswoman after all. At any point, you could have asked for his advice. Now you can't. 15 years. Utterly botched. Jane, consider, is it too late? Is it? Tabby. He looks nervous in the photo. That's so sad. Of course not. You remind yourself, you are incredibly young for a god. It's natural for growing pains to be this calamitous. Yeah! Calamitous. All of the struggling and regret will feed into a brighter future. Newfound order will ensure stability, leading to a period of progress this planet has never seen before. Fucking... Oh man, what philosophy is that? Oh no. Okay, I know. It's the consarn it. I can't remember my philosophy, but that's I'm not gonna get into that. There is so much living left, so many opportunities. This will not be your last chance. You'll do better with the next one. Jane, look behind you. Hey, Jake.
Jake? Hi, sweetheart. What are you doing here? Is everything okay? With all the gravy? It's all gravy, Jane. Don't worry. I was only thinking to myself and realize how sorry I'd be if I didn't come wish you good luck. How thoughtful. Mm-hmm. Come here. I'm going to knock you out.
Oh gosh, they kissed.
Well, that felt very lucky.
I was hoping so.
Thank you. Wow, you sure are holding me very tight. I assure you, we don't have that kind of time, sir. Eyebrow wiggle. So right. Oh, Jane, before I let go, I want to say first, it's been a hard life and all, but I'm really happy I got to see you.
Me too, Jay.
And I'm going to miss you.
Oh, he's leaving you.
Aw, wait, what?
Click. Click? Bang, bang, didn't see that coming. Oh. Headshot. YouTube, it's okay. She's fine. Holy crud. It's fine, YouTube. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, YouTube. Oh. Oh, grapes. I'm sorry, Janie. Just stay still, okay? One more. Just one more round and it'll be over. I promise. Click. She can heal herself. Oh man, this is gonna end badly. She spat out the ball. What?
As I was saying, Jake, if you have one...
Don't do this. Don't. HICU Team. I'm looking straight at you. Don't do this. Do not. You did no. I mean, it's too late. But no. Guys. God help me. Okay.
If you have one shot, you better make it effing count.
Pistol whip Jake. You stop on your onslaught, knowing the next couple blows will finish the job. A just death. How romantic. Between the adrenaline and the taste of blood in your mouth, the decision is clear to you. You will not fail yourself. You will claim the spoils of this war and oversee your thriving planet, cultivating an ever-battering stock of humanity. Your future, and on, forever. Alone. Release the big boys. The brig boys. As if! Maybe some time in the trenches with the brig boys will do him some good. Splat. This pose will never get old. They're just gonna keep using it, dude. Is he wearing, like, really tall boots? Or is he wearing, like, fancy, like, dress shoes with, like, long socks to make it look like knickerbockers? Death would be a kindness, after all. You gave Jake a shot to stay by your side and make something of himself, but in the end he proved himself just another deserter. You should have seen it coming. You should have seen it coming. You learned 15 years ago that people will slip right through your fingers if you let them. It's fine. You won't let it go. Won't let it go again. Jake is your means to an end. When you scramble his frontal lobe, you'll make sure that it doesn't heal right. It won't be much of a change anyway. Commence the battle. Jake, look out into the distance.
Davros.
Oh, they're leaving notes. Oh, Rose left a note and some snacks behind for the kids. Oops, I spiked my audio a smidge there. Oh my gosh. Well. I feel like I need to, like, sit and unpack a lot of that. I'm not sure if my opinions on things will be best suited for my mental capacity right now. It's pretty early in the morning and I haven't had breakfast yet, and I've been recording for almost 40 minutes straight. I still gotta edit this and get this out, huh? Homestuck in election year was a mistake. Okay. Lord, give me strength. Yeah, this is something I'm gonna have to sit with for a bit. Just a smidge. Just a tiny bit. I don't think I can like say anything that's like off the top of my head like right at this moment. I'm sitting with my eyes closed, just staring ahead, like right ahead, and I'm not even feeling up to brain rot right now. Though I did get a lot of that brain rot like out of the way, like when yeah, that whole like Crimson Ruse like mini series thing that went on for like half the video length. Oh gosh. Still. Dude, I don't think you can hear my stomach growling. Goodness gracious. Oh man. Goodness. What's the weather supposed to be like today? If I could just see it, that'd be great. In the 80s, of course. Man, it's like 63 outside right now? Dude. Oh, man. Okay. Anywho, I better get recording and, well, finish this recording, get to editing. But, yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around to the very end, I appreciate you very much, and I like your face. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next episode of Beyond Canon, where hopefully things will be a little less diversive. All right. I will see you guys all next time. Bye.
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Alexandra Modelun and Dash.